Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Sealed Yugioh, and my channel just recently got deleted because I was using music that I shouldn't have been using, and it sucks because I was just about to hit 100 subs too, but whatever. I gained a small following making sealed only videos inspired by Nim Nim. I'm not a complainer, so I've decided I'm gonna make a comeback and I'll surpass my 100 subscriber goal as well. Welcome to my Sealed Only Yugioh journey. For those who don't know what Sealed Only Yugioh is, it's pretty simple. I'm just gonna try and top locals, regionals, and hopefully a world championship one day by building a deck using only sealed product, so I can't trade and I can't buy singles. Instead of having a weekly budget of $30, I'll be having a monthly budget of $120 so that I can open up things like booster boxes and whatnot. Alright, let's hope I pull some pretty good cards. Today's episode is going to be pretty simple. I'm just going to show you the deck that we're working with, which right now is just 3 copies of the Zombie Horde Structure deck, and then we're going to test it out just to see, like how well it could do on its own. Then next week we're going to open up some maximum gold because I really want to turn this deck into a Eldritch deck, which would be really freaking cool if we can do that. Also in maximum gold, there's so many like really good cards. There's like Boral Sword, Appaloosa, Monster Reborn, Terraforming, really good cards. So look forward to that. But for now, we're just going to test the waters, if you will. So I'm going to be going over this really quick, so if you don't like how I explain the card effects and whatnot, just pause so you can keep up. So I'm running 3 Doom King Ballardrock, which is our main win condition of the deck. It can negate monster effects, it can banish monsters, and it can summon itself during each standby phase. I'm running 3 Necroworld Banshee just to protect our Zombie World on the field, which is our field spell, and to activate Zombie World directly from the deck. I'm running 3 Glow Bloom to special summon Doom King from the deck, or to add Doom King from our deck to our hand. I'm running the 3 Uni Zombie because it's a tuner to make our synchro. It discards cards from our hand, and it could send zombies from our deck to our graveyard. I'm running the 3 Shiranui Solitaire just to turbo into Uni Zombie and Glow Bloom. 3 Gozuki to send our zombies from our deck to the grave and to special summon zombies in our hand. And I'm running the double Mezuki just to special summon our zombies from our grave. So for the spells, we got 3 copies of our alternate win condition, kinda, Zombie World. And I say that because Zombie World pretty much stops like dinos and other meta decks right now. So anyway, Zombie World turns all monsters on the field and in both players' graveyards into zombies. I run the 3 Call of the Mummy to special summon zombies from our hand. 3 Drag Down into the Grave to rip cards out of our opponent's hand, and 3 Monster Gate just to help special summon monsters from our deck. I'm running the triple Shared Ride just to draw every time my opponent searches, and to round off the spells, 1 Foolish Burial to send our zombies from our deck to the grave. For the traps, I'm running 3 copies of Needlebug Nest because we really want to see our zombies in the grave. Hopefully we could do that with this card, so yeah, sends the top 5 cards from our deck to the grave. To round off the main deck, 1 Metaverse to activate Zombie World from our deck or to add it to our hand. For the extra deck, I'm running the triple Red Eye Zombie Necro Dragon. This thing could become freaking scary. It gains 100 attack for each zombie in both players' graveyards and on the field, so it can get to like 4k attack like late game if there is a late game. And every time another zombie is destroyed by battle, I could special summon one of my opponent's zombies to my side of the field, which could be pretty scary. For the side deck, which I didn't think we'd make one, but we actually have some decent options. I'm running triple Anti-Spell Fragrance just to shut down those spell-heavy reliant decks, and it really just kills pendulums. Triple Trap of the Imperial Tomb, which is really just a really shitty slow Twin Twisters. 3 Zombie Power Struggle, which just boosts our zombies by 1000 attack. And to finish the side deck, I'm running triple Zombie Necronize and triple Marionette Might, both to take control of my opponent's monsters. So that's it for the deck. Let's go ahead and test it out and pretty much get our asses whooped, if I'm being honest. So Dave's playing 3 copies of the hero deck, I win the die roll, and I decide to go first. I activate Call of the Mummy, which special summons Necroworld Banshee. I use her effect to banish herself, to activate Zombie World from the deck. Then I normal summon Glow Bloom and activate Monster Gate, which sends it to the grave. I excavate cards until I draw into a monster that could be normal summoned or set. And then I end up drawing into Shiranui Solitaire, which I special summon, and then I activate Glow Bloom's effect to banish itself from the grave. And since Zombie World's on the field, I get to special summon Doom King from the deck. Then I pass turn to Dave. Dave sets 2 back row, and then he activates Pot of Duality, and I can't really remember which cards got excavated. I see Form Change there. and he decides to take Form Change and add it into his hand. He sets a monster and passes to us. We draw into Gozuki and attempt to summon it, and then Dave uses Bottomless Trapple on us, which banishes our Gozuki. Then I activate Shiranui Solitaire's effect, attributing itself to special summon Unizombie, but I chain it with Doom King to banish Dave's Summoner Monk. So I summon Unizombie, but it gets met with Dave's Bottomless Trap Hole, which banishes our Unizombie. And with nothing left to do, I decide to just swing for 2800. Dave's turn, he draws, he sets one monster, and he passes to us. We draw into another Call of the Mummy, so we can't really do much except for just swing onto his monster. We destroy his elemental hero Woodsman and pass it to him. Dave's turn, he draws, he sets a back row, and then he sets one monster, and I think, yeah, he passes it to us. So we decide to normal summon Banshee, but it gets met with Dave's Bottomless Trap Hole, which banishes our Banshee. With nothing left to do, we decide to swing, destroying his Shadow Mist, and then we negate its effect and pass to Dave. He draws, he sets one monster, passes it to us. We swing on his set monster on our turn and pass it to Dave. Dave draws, he activates Pot of Duality. Sadly, that's pretty much all he can do, so he basically just passes the turn to us. So on our turn, we draw into Gozuki, we normal summon Gozuki, use its effect to send Glow Up Bloom to the graveyard. Then we use Glow Up Bloom's effect to banish itself from the grave to summon our big boy boss monster, Doom King Ballardrock. Then we swing for game. Alright, so we won game 1. Dave decided to side deck. I didn't really side deck anything because I didn't really feel the need. But yeah, Dave decides to go first in this game, so let's see how it turns out. Alright, so Dave normal summons Elemental Hero Avion, and then he uses E-Emergency Call to search for his Elemental Hero, whatever, I don't know what the fuck it's called. Then he uses Polymerization to fuse into Great Tornado and passes. Our turn comes around, we activate Zombie World, summon Gozuki, use its effect to send Glow Bloom from our deck to the grave, banish Glow Bloom from the grave to summon our boss monster, Doom King Ballardrock from our deck. Then we decide to set our metaverse and activate Drag Down into the grave. I send Dave's elemental hero Shadow Mist to the grave. He sends my Necro World Banshee, as you can see here. And then both of our monsters are sent to the grave. We both draw one, and then he tries using Shadow Mist's effect to search, but then our Doom King can negate it since it's a zombie using its effect. Then I decide to crash into Dave's Great Tornado and swing directly with Gozuki. Alright, then we pass turn over to Dave, and during his standby phase we could summon Doom King with his own effect. He activates Pot of Duality, and then he decides to normal summon Elemental Hero Neos Alias, but he passes there, which is good for us. So during our turn, we switch Doom King to attack mode, activate Gozuki's effect, but we chain it with Doom King to banish his Neos Alias. Then we're gonna send a Glow Up Bloom from our deck to our grave and then banish it instantly to summon our Doom King from our deck to the field. Alright, this is looking like game for us. Just a troll, we summon Mezuki and then we swing for game. Clean 2-0. Alright, that was a pretty clean 2-0, but to be fair, Dave was also using a $30 structure deck, but I mean, at least it was a fair fight. Anyway, make sure to join me next week, next Monday actually, where I'll be opening up this bad boy here, some maximum gold. And also make sure to follow me on Instagram, because I'm trying to sell some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so make sure to follow that, and if you're interested, just DM me. Alright, see you next Monday, peace.